Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are going to try out a brand new brow product that is very intriguing sounding. Today we are going to try Wonderskin. It's a wonder blading brow color and it's a liquid blading technology, which essentially it's like a hyper stain for your brows. So I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back from the same company, Wonderskin, I also did a video with their wonder blading lip color where it's almost like a lip mask. It was like a really fun like purple metallic lip mask, and you let it sit for a little bit, you spray to activate it, and then it wipes off or peels off and leaves a lip stain. So it's kind of the same technology that's going on here, but it is to stain your brows a little bit. So depending on how you do it, you could obviously play with how long you leave the stain on for it to be lighter or darker, and then the brows should be there and staying with you for a day or two. And I thought for something like this would be really cool because I am going to Hawaii later this year, and this would be really cool to use because I feel like in Hawaii, when you're kind of like in the water or you're sweating, sometimes your brows just don't really last, especially when I'm using, you know, a brow powder or something like that. I just imagine, you know, it could be a little bit hard to stay on when I'm sweating and in the water and stuff. So I'm intrigued by using a stain like this will be kind of cool in the hot summer months when you're kind of out and about and sweating and in the water. We have some instructions here. It is a little bit extensive, so let's read them together. Wonder blading is a new way to hyper stain your brows. It is a two-phase process that starts with a brow mask containing special colorants. The second step is a mist which activates the mask and hyperstains natural looking color onto the surface of your skin and brow hair. Within seconds of misting, you can swipe and reveal brow color that is transfer free, smudge free, and water resistant. So I like the sound of that. Make sure your brow area is clean and dry to application. Please avoid using moisturizers and first use brow brush, the spoolie side, to groom brow hairs into place. So that's why I have my fresh face going on today. I took a shower this morning and I'm leaving my face fresh. I did put a little bit of moisturizer like on my cheeks and stuff because I was really dry, but I was very careful to not moisturize the brow area in preparation for this. Remove the wand from the brow mask. Generously apply onto brows in short feather-like strokes in the direction of hair growth, layering as necessary to shape and fill. To define brow shape, pick up some product from the brow mask wand with the brow brush, the angled side. Apply in hair-like strokes on the brow. Ensure brows are completely covered and no skin is visible. This will ensure even coverage. Leave brow mask on your brow for approximately 10 to 45 seconds. Do not let brow mask completely dry down, as that will make removal more challenging. I feel like 10 to 45 seconds is pretty fast. Like, I feel like you're going to have to work pretty quickly and then wait so it doesn't dry too much. And there is a pro tip number 1 here. Experiment with and change up the time you leave the brow mask on before misting. You want to start with 10 seconds for a softer color and slowly move up to 45 seconds or a minute for bolder color. The longer you leave it on before misting, the more bold the color and the longer it will last. Okay, that makes sense. And then next you mist. Use your swiper towel to avoid getting activator into your eye. So it comes with a little towel that we can cover our eyes so then the mist doesn't get in our eye. Then mist the activator 1 to 2 times over brow area, approximately 4 inches from your brows. The activator will instantly transform the brow mask into a swipe off film. It is completely normal for some of the brow mask to run or smudge, but don't worry, as it will wipe right off. Using the swiper towel, start at your inner brow and swipe to your outer brow to remove the brow mask. If it does not come off in one swipe, repeat again until the film is removed. Once you swipe, you reveal natural looking brows that will last up to 2 days. Pro tip number 2, if you notice that any areas are uneven or lighter than others, repeat the process again only in those specific areas. Finishing, use brow brush, the spoolie side, to groom hairs into place. If you want, use the Wonder Blading Brow Pomade and a pencil to shape and add definition. To shape brow, use longer horizontal strokes along the base of your brows, defined by drawing short upward strokes in the direction of natural hair growth blend with the brow brush for a perfect brow. Okay, we're almost done here. There's a lot of instructions, but we want to make sure we are fully informed before we get started. For optimum results, prep the area by washing with an oil-free cleanser, then blot dry. Do not apply moisturizer to the brow area, as this may affect the bond between the Wonderblading color and skin and hairs. Repeat brow mask application and removal a second time for deeper color. Prior to repeating, wipe hairs with a wet cloth to remove excess activator. For optimum long wear results, avoid any cleanser to brow area. And I wanted to use this opportunity to thank Wonderskin for sending this my way. I'm so excited to try this, but I will be sure to give you guys my honest review and initial first thoughts. They sent me the color brunette. Comes with a little bottle of the activator. Here is the brow mask. It looks like a dark brown color with a little paint brush there. It also comes with the brow pomade pencil, so this will help us fill in any bald spots once we are done with the stain. And it also comes with this cute little brow brush. It's actually really perfect for travel size. I love that. It comes with a spoolie on one end and then an angled brush on the other. And then here is that little swiper towel. So we'll use this to cover the eye and then spray so it doesn't get all up in the eye, which is smart. So I think what I'm going to do is use this to protect my eye from the mist, but I don't want to use this to also wipe the product off so I can keep this clean. So I might use some cotton rounds to actually do the wiping of the mask off. Okay, I'm excited to get started. So I'm going to move you guys a little bit closer so you are closer in on the action. Okay, hello, welcome to up close and personal to my face. All right, let's get started. So we're going to just use this spoolie to brush out the brows so we just feel good about where they're landing. Okay, so here is the mask. And like it said, I'm just going to paint it and cover the brow, but I want to work pretty quickly so it doesn't dry down too fast, so here I go. Okay, this looks really scary. It's so dark, but I know that this is going to wipe off. So I just filled in the brow to kind of the shape that I normally draw them in. It's been on for a little bit. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to hurry up with the timer. I'm going to do it for 30 more seconds. This is a little bit scary, but it's okay. I've seen a couple videos on their social media site and it looks a little scary at first, but then it wipes off and it's more natural looking. It's been 30 seconds and then I'm going to cover my eyes so the activator doesn't get in. And then about 4 inches away. Okay, I think I got it. I feel sorry, I did spray it a couple more times, but I felt like I was totally missing my actual brow when I did that. Oh! Okay. I wonder if it works better if I spray the activator onto the cotton, because I definitely think that there's still some on here. There definitely is a stain there. Wow. Okay, so first off, I feel like the brow with the stain is a little bit more defined than I'm used to. My normal brow that I do is with the Anastasia Brow Freeze, which is kind of like a gel that fakes the laminated look, and then I fill in with her powder duo. And so I usually just draw in some brow hair strokes. So I'm not used to kind of this defined brow, if that makes sense. But this could definitely work for a lot of people who like this defined look. It stains pretty quickly, so it is there. So I'm going to do my best to match this one up, and we will go from there. Okay, left brow is on. Let's do another covering my eye so it's protected. Okay, so it definitely just takes a lot of practice to make sure you get it the shape that you want, because I was a little bit softer in this one. You see how like this one is a little bit more of a square in the front, and this one I was a little bit more angled, and I like that better. And I was also more intentional about the little end there, and I feel like that's a little bit more defined, whereas this one is not so much. So I think what I might do is I'm actually going to go back in with a little bit more of a mask on this end to define it a little bit more. I am glad that I decided to use these cottons because I wouldn't want this little guy to get too dirty. This one got a little bit dirty because of like the runoff, I think, but I'm glad I used this so that way I can keep this fairly clean. And I also am liking using the applicator directly on the cotton pad. I feel like that works pretty well on taking it off. Whereas like I feel like sometimes like the spray, I felt it going like up here and down here. I wasn't aiming very well. Okay, so we are done. I think this is really cool. So it does take a little bit of practice because what I learned from the first brow, again, like I think I just made my brow a little bit too thick. Like I think I was just a little bit too excited and made the brow too thick and too squared off in the front. So what I learned for this brow is that I did it a little bit thinner and was a little bit softer in when I squared that off. And I like the shape of that brow a lot more. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to now go and finish up the rest of my face. We can touch up the brow together with some of this brow pomade. But I will be right back. I'm going to just put the rest of my face on and then we can finish off the brows together. Okay friends, I am back. So I have finished up the rest of my makeup and so far I am really excited about the brows. I feel like it is a very soft, defined brow look and I haven't done anything else to them so far. I want to try to even things out a little bit and use this brow pomade pencil that came along with the kit. I think that'll be the perfect thing to finish the brows off. And just draw in here to fill in some of the lighter spots, but nothing too crazy. I feel like I want this end to be a little bit more defined. Yay! I like that better already. The end there is a little bit more defined. I feel like that's nice. This is a pencil, but I feel a little bit of that pomade, like waxy grit to it, and I like that. And then I think I'm just going to finish up by using the spoolie to brush through. Okay, I am pretty happy with the brows. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Maybe we can get 2 days out of these brows. I will check in with you guys tomorrow to see how the brows look for one more day. All right, see you guys later. Hi everyone, this is getting towards the end of day 2 of the brows. Apologies, I feel like now that I'm like under all these lights, I'm feeling a little bit shiny. This is the end of my workday, so I could use a little bit of blotting and powder there, but I wanted to give you guys an update on the brows. So the brows still look pretty good. So essentially what I did last night was I took off my makeup. I tried to be really careful about not like scrubbing the brows with soap. I worked out this morning, so I did get in the shower and I rinsed off my face in the shower. And then by the time I was putting on makeup, my brow stain was still there. Like I actually felt a little bit more confident about not having any makeup at all because there was a little bit of a stain on my brows. I had to supplement a little bit more with the pomade brow pencil today. So I feel like yesterday, I really only had to use a little tiny bit of it to darken the bald spots and darken the ends here a little bit. But today, I think I really had to darken the majority of the brow and draw in the shape to get it to the place where I was happy with them. I feel like the second day there still was a stain, and if I were gonna rock the no makeup look, I think that they were pretty good. But if I was doing a full face of makeup, I don't think that the brows were defined enough. So like the packaging says, it does last about 2 days, but with working out and showering and washing my face, it did fade the stain significantly. Like the packaging said, I want to play around with how long I leave the stain on for. I think I was being a little bit more conservative last time, so maybe I'll put it on and wait 45 seconds, because I think now that I'm comfortable with how I want to shape the brows, I want to go a little bit thinner because I can always add on, but I think I would be happier if the stain was darker, therefore it would last a little bit longer. I wouldn't need to rely on this pencil all that much. This is a really cool product. Really encourage you guys to try this out. If this is something that you think will work well for you, please let me know in the comment section if you have any questions about the product. I'd be happy to answer them. Wonderblading Brow Kit that includes everything that I worked with yesterday is $35.50, and you get everything. It comes in 3 shades. It has a blonde, brunette, which is the color that I'm using, and then a dark brunette. Currently it's on sale for 50% off, so that's why it's $35.50. I guess full price is $79.50. I do love the fact that it is waterproof, budge proof, but it does fade pretty quickly. If I wanted to rock these brows again, I would have to do it and refresh the stain on the 3rd day probably. Thank you again, Wonderskin, for sending this my way. This was really fun to test out, and I'm excited to have a product like this in my kit. I will be sure to put everything in the description box below that I mentioned, like videos that I mentioned, and I'll link the product for you guys down there as well. But thank you you all for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell so you're notified as soon as I post my next video. And as always, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.